broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Anyways, I almost messed that song up. Hello everyone, you are watching the Jane the Virgin after show on AFTERBUZZ TV. My name is Stephanie, I'll be hosting today. Don't forget to subscribe to our page below, follow us on iTunes and on SoundCloud. Make sure to rate us 5 stars and let us know all kinds of things, specifically good things if you will.
And thumbs up.
And thumbs up. You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi and on Instagram at the Stephanie Giorgi. And my lovely co-host for today.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Madison Chase Fit and on YouTube, One Matt Chase.
Hey guys, I'm Sam Davidson. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, and I will be on the live chat tonight. But Instagram, Twitter is SamD43, but live chat me because we are listening.
And I'm Amanda Richards. Find me at AmandaFTA31, Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook.
All right.
And Facebook. You threw the Facebook in there.
I still like Facebook.
Dude, I was going to say,
I'm
no.
the only person.
No, Facebook
I think
is
I'm just
great.
used to
Is
it.
it?
It's like, it's the first thing I had. I don't know. I
Yeah.
love it. I would still use like MySpace if I could. I
Did
like
you say
things the way they are.
MySpace? You took us back to like the 80s.
I know.
MySpace was everything.
Wasn't it? Okay, we're digressing.
Top 8.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so OCD about that. Like, I couldn't be higher on someone else's page, or they couldn't be higher on my page than I was on their page. It was the whole thing.
Oh, I
Very
forgot.
intense.
I forgot. That's so
Wow.
funny.
Did I say my name? Madison Chase.
You did.
Okay.
You did. And you gave us your handle and everything.
Thank you. Okay, good. Let's get to it.
All right, so we started off with a song by Romeo Santos called Dile el Amor, and it's pretty much saying to just not come knocking on my door and so on and so forth. And I chose that because I feel like no one needs love in this episode. We're going to do storylines today, and we're going to try something different. Don't forget to follow along with Sam and let us know what you're thinking as well. But let's start as always with the flashback, which I really loved, and I have to make one little comment. The person who plays Mateo in it, I want to say is Colombian because he had a super Colombian accent.
Wow.
I'm just
I
throwing that
love
out
that
there.
you give like the history of like the geography of where accents are from.
It
No,
could
they-
be. I should
Okay.
have checked. I didn't, but I want to say it is.
Okay.
But so Alba's talking to then Mateo when they were both 28 years old, and they had just arrived to the United States, which we all know that they had to travel, and he left his family behind, and she was sad because she was pregnant with Xiomara and she had all these new things, but she had all these old things in Venezuela that her mom had saved for her that they couldn't use. Flash forward, we have a young Xiomara pregnant with Jane, and she's about to baptize, or they're talking about baptism, which is what the preface of the episode is going to be about. And Xiomara's like, I don't even know if I believe in God, and so on and so forth.
Oh,
and
wow. Yeah.
Alba's trying to explain that this is a tradition in our family and that, you know, you need to follow it. And I want you to read this because I read this at your baptism, and we see Xiomara cry right away. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Baptism. Yay!
And tradition. I feel like a big part of the episode was tradition.
Yes.
Yes, I would just like to say that I'm really glad Jane didn't partake in the tradition of the weird colored lip gloss. That did you guys not notice the lips of both Xiomara and
the dark
Abuela?
the dark lip.
It was like dark. No, it was gold. It was like an orangey.
It was almost like a gold.
It was distracting to me, and then I looked at Jane's, and I was like, okay, well, they tried to make him sparkly, but I'm really glad.
That is so interesting. I so did notice lip gloss. I had no.
Yeah, I guess it's something I notice on a regular basis.
I did notice the young Zoe's lip gloss, and I was like, oh dang, bro, you're like, actually her whole style. I was like, what? But it didn't surprise me. I thought they did a good job of like figuring out what she would have been like when she was younger.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we what do you guys think about the baptism? I personally am Catholic, so I love that whole ceremony, but I know other people feel weird about it. I was surprised that they didn't even make someone disagree with it during the episode.
I mean, I'm Jewish, and I was like crying.
Yeah, I know.
So we're good.
Right? How picture perfect was her and Raphael at the end with the baby?
I know.
I was
so
like,
cute.
family right there. I just wanted them to put like a little heart around them.
Oh, that would have been cute.
Yes.
I guess they can't do that yet.
No,
Yeah.
team them. Or you? Well, okay, we'll get
Okay,
into
we'll get into it.
I know,
but
it's just too cute.
Oh, go ahead. No, you finished.
That was it. Cute.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Cute.
It was just like a cute.
That's it.
It felt like you were still going. Baptism. I liked. Are we going to the end?
No,
Okay.
we're just doing storylines. So we're going to talk about Alba, Xiomara, and Jane right now.
Okay,
So go
because
ahead.
I love the baptism. I thought when you're looking at, like you said, you thought it was interesting that they actually showed it and they didn't change it. I think they do a lot of traditional things on the show that I really, really like.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think to include the baptism, and especially the end, that was like my favorite part of the whole show.
I loved it. It was very emotional because
Yeah.
for those of you who don't know, baptism is when a child is, baptized into a certain religion. This one specifically being Catholicism. And in Catholicism, it's when the devil is rid of your body. And then during that same ceremony, you have your godparents that are there to baptize with you. And the role of a godparent is to make sure that they are, one, the second parent if something were to go wrong, but two, your parents of faith. They're supposed to lead you
like
and
that.
always be there for you as far as your religion and beliefs go. I really liked that, but that was a trip about having Lena, of course, was going to be the godmother, but we had Michael as the
I know, that
godfather.
was interesting.
Well,
Yeah.
he's in it for life now, you guys.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
that is what I love, is that there's no going back from there. He is going to be around. See, I can't decide what team I'm on, but now when I talk about Michael being the godfather, I just got the chills.
Wow.
And she predicted it. She knew it was going to happen.
You know,
From the first
you did say
episode of the
that.
season.
And I get what when Jane says I couldn't think of anyone else. I get that too because he's wonderful and
Yeah.
you're right. Because for me, when I think of it, I'm like, you're right. He's in his life forever in the eyes of God. Like done. It was.
Yeah.
It's official. But yeah, that was kind of crazy. I don't know. I still think that's going to be weird. I'm really
is.
surprised that Raph didn't make a bigger deal of it and just kind of kept it.
But I think they're both trying to play it cool, not just for their
think so.
sakes, their individual, like they're invested in trying to be the whole family picture. But I think listening to Rogellio talk to Michael, like giving him a pep talk, which I think he should not have listened to him at all, but he did.
But it's Jane's father,
Yeah.
And he loves Jane.
He also
Yeah.
knows Rogelio, so he listened to him to a certain extent.
Yeah.
And he also has bigger problems to deal with, aka Petra,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and all of that. So I think, in the grand scheme of things, the whole Michael being the godfather, he was just kind of like, fine. That's one thing to check off the list.
Yeah.
Right.
With all the other drama going on.
An amazing fan, and I pronounced your name wrong last time. I think I called you Boobies, but it's the Boo 6 B's. She said, I've never seen my godparents ever again after my baptism.
Oh, that's terrible. You have terrible godparents.
No, because a lot of times that happens. I mean, a lot of
Does
people. Well, yeah, because I think a lot of people, for those who choose specifically friends for godparents, a lot of times those will drift because that's just how people are. But with my godparents, I'm not. I mean, they're my aunt and my uncle, so I do see them. One of them is in Colombia, so I don't have a huge connection with them. But my godmother and I are cool, and so like the same thing with my like all my cousins and my sister and my brother. And I'm a godparent now to my nephew, so like I'll be there.
Oh, I'm a godparent. I
Yeah.
think I suck though, because my godchildren are in Texas. But yeah, that doesn't happen. And like when Black people baptize their babies, like you are like it's a done deal. Like it is a package deal. Like
Yeah.
they should not disappear.
But touche, you're right.
Yeah.
No one who.
But
I
with
get
that
it.
being said, it is a telenovela, essentially. Like, they put it in there for a reason. So we just have to pretend to not let our imaginations go crazy.
Right.
And I think that was, like, the symbol of the writers and producers telling the audience, like, hey, Michael is in this child's life.
Yes.
He's a staple in this show and in the family.
Tells the
Absolutely.
actor he's staying on the show. He will continue to be a serious
That's
regular.
right. No, seriously, that's the one thing that you can't really deny is how involved Michael is with the family, and he really is just a part of them.
Yeah, he
Even
is.
if Jane and Michael never ever end up back together, because at this point we don't know what's gonna happen. I still see them. I still see them having like a great bond. Like I can see them being friends still, and just understanding. And honestly, the fact that they haven't had sex makes it that much easier.
She hasn't
It
had sex
does.
with anybody.
Well, that's my point. So
Poor girl.
it's not like someone
sorry.
has
It's
one
true.
thing bigger than the other, with the exception of knowing that person.
Yeah, here's the thing though. When she finally does, the other guy's gonna be pissed.
Yeah. Oh, when she finally has sex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. I think that's gonna be. It's gonna make the decision like final.
Yeah. It's
When
true.
she finally makes the decision, I want her to have sex with Roth.
Yeah, well, I'm just happy that she can't have anything to compare to because
That's-
Xiomara, moving on, Xiomara has a comparison to do, or no, Rogellio can compare Xiomara with Luciana, whom we finally see today, and she is a famous soap opera actress.
Is she?
Yes. Since I was a little girl, I remember when my mom met her once during they went to like Enrique Iglesias concert, and she was one of the people there, like red carpet or whatever. She won it on the radio. Radio Latina. No, yeah, so she's incredible. So that's amazing that they had her be Luciana. That was amazing. And that kiss. Okay, Rogellio, Dina calls, who's the producer there, and Rogellio is now the EP, the executive producer. And for Santos, they have Make Love Week, which is the equivalent of Shark Week, right? In the telenovela world. And that means that they have to reunite Luciana's character with Rogellio's character, and Xiomara's cool with it, which I'm really surprised about, especially after that whole storage thing.
Oh yeah, the storage thing was weird.
That was weird.
The hoarding, that was bizarre.
The hoarding, but the
And
diary was really weird. I'm like, what? The kitten and the peaches? Like, I was so confused. The walnuts.
Like a soft ripe peach, and then just thrown away to be rotten.
You know, I
And the
thought
walnuts.
seeing Xiomara though, like as a teenager or however old she was when she had Jane, was very telling because they're very different people now. Like how she is now and how she was, and that's when she was with Rogellio. And
So you can see that they were on the same level.
yeah, and they don't really know each other super well anymore. And I mean, I love Rogellio, but like, I'm sorry, I don't want my soulmate to be so obsessed with himself.
Right.
But he's gotten better though since like the very first episode. Like he was so consumed with himself.
I mean, he's
and
pretty
now I
consumed
think
still.
because he's found Jane and he loves Jane, and she's like opened his eyes to like a completely different, less self-involved person and less selfish. And I think Xiomara is helping him too. So
I would say less selfish, but definitely still
he's still
self-centered.
self-centered and
he's
narcissistic.
definitely about himself.
I think that happens with most actors. Like you almost have to be like team yourself.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, you do,
And it makes,
like, team
it makes
you.
comedy. Like he's such the comic relief of the piece.
But
like,
you
I
love
love
him.
it of the
I do
piece of the
too.
show.
I love
like
him.
I just think he's great.
He is. My roommate just started watching also, and that every time she's not really one to laugh out loud, but if she laughs out loud, it's always because of something that
him.
Rogellio said.
Yeah.
Always.
It's great, and I love how the actor's able to be so natural with it, even though he's being so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like that, it's perfect.
He
does do a
believable.
It's great comedy.
Yeah, very, very good comedy.
Which is so interesting that this show is, I guess it's considered a drama because it's an hour long, right?
Yes.
But there's so much comedy
many
in it.
funny moments.
It's great. It's great.
I agree.
Yeah, I love it too. How would you feel about that kiss? Because there was definitely chemistry.
Oh,
On
that
set.
was you
We-
can
and
totally
But
see
we were
it.
expecting
I
that.
liked how they snapped into it. Okay, ready, boom. I needed you. Like
Yeah.
that was just that just
Yeah.
goes to show you how easy. Well, not easy it is to be on a novela, but it's so dramatic that all you have to do is like go into it. You don't have to have like a transition.
And the fact that they really probably felt that way. Like, I think when she started talking, like, you could see his face changed. And then when they kissed, he was like,
His did, but I think it's easy. I think as a woman, I think it's easy to act like you're connecting with someone. I'm not gonna lie, I've kissed someone and acted like it was something special when it really wasn't.
Really? Is there a story there?
No, it's not a story. It's just one of those things where sometimes people they want more out of it, and you're like, oh, that's not it, but I'll let you enjoy it.
That's caring, I suppose.
Well, someone just said how funny they thought it was when Xiomara was like, "You're not that good of an actor."
Oh, I
Like,
loved it. She meant that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. You could tell he was into it.
He was really
and he
into
kind
it.
of just started eating her face.
Yes.
And
It was
said
like, oh, you guys haven't seen each other in a long time, right? Because
Yeah, it was
that's what
that
I'm watching
kiss.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that Xiomara was okay with it. You know, in a way, I'm like, you're smarter than that. Like, you know him. You know how this goes. And I wanted, in a way, like, them to bring her on. Xiomara.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that'd be great if she could come on, but she's not like a big name.
No, but they've done that show. They have chemistry. I feel
That's
like
true.
when someone sees them together on screen, it could be like, oh, this is it.
Yeah. The only issue is Xiomara doesn't speak Spanish.
Oh, that's true.
Oh,
Dang it, you're so
wow.
right.
Yeah. So that wouldn't take
work.
place. I mean, I know Andrea, the actress, I know she speaks some, but not. That's what's so good about Rogellio's character and Luciana's character and Alba's character, which we haven't seen Alba speak too much English, but when she does, she speaks English very well. But it's that their Spanish is so authentic
perfect.
and perfect that that's what takes you into this world of the Latinos who live in both, you know? We have to be they have to be well spoken and everything so that they can be respected, and then at the same time know Spanish fluently so they can be respected in that world as well.
Right.
But that is a bummer because she would have been perfect with him.
So I have a question, you guys. So who's an actor up here? I know you are. You two ladies?
Oh, comedian.
Everyone's an actor.
Everyone's an actor. Because I wouldn't really call myself
Everyone
one,
in this
but
town's
I'd like
an
to be one
actor.
day.
You think? Okay.
If someone paid me to do it, I mean, I went to theater school, so I could.
Right.
But, I'm a writer, but I could be an actor.
You could be an actor. So the question is, do you think you could watch your significant other like make out with someone? Because I've been on set before,
that too.
and I've seen two actors. This young lady that I used to train with this really big superstar guy, and they yelled cut and cut and cut, like 3 cuts, and they're still going in with the kiss. And I was like, that could not be my husband. Like, that's what I was thinking to myself. I was like, there's no way. It's like you're cheating in front of me. 3 times.
Like they didn't. I mean,
Like they were so, and it was like they practiced that kiss. Like it was, you know how sometimes when you kiss someone for the first time, you're like, okay, does my head go to the right? Do I go to the
right?
left?
Like they figured each other
it's-
how they kissed.
They figured each other out, and I was like, that could not be my husband. So what do you guys think?
I think about that sometimes.
Yeah.
I think I would try. It would be one of those things where I would do a total woman thing. I would try to be cool and calm and collected if I was on the set or if I saw it. And then when I would go home, I'd just be like, that was terrible. I hated that. You know?
Yeah.
Or just kind of be bitchy and then have my boyfriend be like, what? What's going on? I'm sorry. Because it doesn't feel right.
It doesn't, right? Because
It just, I know it's acting, but you can't.
I would try not to watch it, but because my only thing is that, like I said, I know that I could probably kiss someone. Like if it had to be for the
I
scene,
gotcha.
you know, because you're not always
Right.
going to be paired with Brad Pitt,
Right.
which we mentioned a lot tonight.
Brad Pitt?
Primarily,
Yes.
before the show, but
Oh, okay. I was like, I like him. Okay.
no, but you know, you can. I just would no. I would never want to be on set. I'd be like, I don't have to be there while you're working, so that I don't have to see it. That's fine. Just let
But
me know that
eventually
you're.
you would see it, though. You would see it in theaters,
Yeah,
or
but
you would see
that's
it.
after it's been edited.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I
it's not,
gotcha.
it doesn't matter at that
Okay.
point. You know,
Yeah.
and if he was, I'd be like, hey, so if you guys ever have rehearsals and stuff, just honestly let me know. Let me know so that I know, and that's it. I don't have to see it. I trust you. Go in. I don't care because it has to do with the art. But that's if they were like
nervous.
If
My
they were-
boyfriend is not an actor, but it's just making me nervous.
Right, but if I had the actor boyfriend who was like a narcissist and into himself, I wouldn't trust it. But if I had an actor
I
boyfriend who was
gotcha.
just about
Really
the
the
art
arts.
and was like, no,
Yeah.
you know, you can tell.
And that's a very good point, because I know this guy, and he is an actor, and we dated, and he is totally about the arts. Like, he would never want to do red carpets. He would never want to do interviews. He was totally about, and he
wants
actually coached me on an acting job one time. And I was like, wow, you're really good. Like, I see why. But he's such an entertainer, and he loves the art of acting. So you're right. 2 different actors.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so, but something is obviously there. Like, it's just, it's...
Chemistry.
Yeah, there's chemistry
Yeah.
and, what's her name again?
Luciana.
Luciana has been brought up so much,
Mm-hmm.
and, like, it's just kind of built-in plot. It's gonna happen. And
Yeah.
now when we see at the end of the episode, we know that, like, that's probably definitely gonna happen.
Again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
But it was great that Jane's mom, was able to just walk out of the situation. She could have made it a huge deal and walked on set and been like, what are you doing? Or made a whole scene out of it. But she just walked out.
And I love that
kinda
Abuela was kind of coaching her, like, whenever you feel threatened, you push back or you cut things off.
Right.
So she's like, no, get in there and do what you're supposed to do, which is tell the truth and tell them how you feel. And I think people typically do that. Like, we try to point fingers instead of saying, this is how I feel about this particular situation. So I see her maturing, so I'm excited that she's like...
I think she acted like a super bad...
Yeah.
Because she handles it great. I think she'll be okay.
Yeah,
I think I know that there was chemistry there, but you could tell when Luciana went back and was like, I know what you're trying to do, that she wasn't about it. So if she's not about it, it's fine. And I think that for him, that kiss was like a moment of remembering everything that they had, but at the same time, a possible form of closure. Yeah. So that he's like, okay, that was the last hit. And that's why afterwards he was like, yes, he's like, I'm not gonna lie, there was chemistry, but let's be honest, I can have chemistry with the cardboard. And that's what I mean by with the cardboard box. But that's what I mean by like, me too. Like, that's why it wouldn't matter. I can't, just because I have a good conversation with a guy doesn't mean that he's the guy for me, because I have a good conversation with every person that I meet.
Yeah.
So,
and I love when she apologized to him, she had to say, first of all, you're a great actor.
I know.
Number one. That's the first thing. Then we can start talking about our relationship.
She was like, let me butter your ego just before I decide to say anything else.
She knows her boo.
She
definitely knows her boo.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so then now we'll just see what happens there. Well, actually now what's left is just to see what Xiomanda's reaction is going to be next week when she finds out that Luciana's still on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Louisa.
Oh wait, but is he can't tell her what's on, like she showed him something from, was it an audition tape or what did she say?
I forgot.
A sex tape maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This is the reason why I love Xiomara though. I don't think that something like that would bother her.
I don't think it would bother her, but I wonder if Rogellio is going to be honest and say, yes, I wanted her off the show, and initially what I told you is that you're more important, but now she is bringing this sex tape in or whatever she showed him.
Hopefully he tells her that.
Hopefully he tells her, but I bet you he's not going to. I bet you he's going to blame it on Dina or someone else. He's not going to be completely honest.
Right, and then that's going to take us 5 episodes later to blow up, and then we'll
they're going to have
an
argument.
Talk about how he's the EP. He had to make a really business decision.
He said, it's like
I cannot do the accent.
He said it's like the chief of police, but...
The stakes are higher.
But the stakes are higher.
Much higher.
I wrote that down. It was like brilliant.
But not to
crossing it off.
Predictions at all, but I think that we are meant to believe it is a sex tape, but it's probably something really stupid.
Right.
Or
like a bad audition tape or something.
Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
A bad audition tape.
Because it had a date on there. I was thinking it was probably a really bad audition.
Or he said something really terrible.
His diary. Him reading his diary. She got tape of that.
Something that would hurt his ego somehow. Because I don't really think that he would be bothered by a sex tape, because I think it would make him look younger.
Yes, and like, look how I did it.
He would just Kris Jenner the situation and figure it out.
Did you say Kris Jenner the situation? I love it.
He would just take the sex tape and make it for the money.
Right,
exactly.
make money. Vision.
Louisa, I was going to say, is next. She was kidnapped.
Oh.
And then she thought, man, again, she just goes on. She's a weirdo.
She's strange.
The second she thought it was Rose, and the fact that she said that it was romantic.
And Rose killed your dad, Louisa? Come on.
I honestly have
forgot about that.
Does she know that? Does she know Rose killed her dad?
She knows.
Really?
Yeah.
If you guys know,
because remember she said that that her dad was where they had their first kiss or something. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember? No. Okay, I'm by myself.
I'm so bored by her character.
You're bored?
Honestly, if we're gonna be honest, I like her less than I like Petra.
Really?
I do.
That's a strong
Petra,
statement.
at least I love to hate.
I think you just really like Petra.
I mean, maybe
you do.
In a weird way, I kind of like Petra.
You like Petra.
But I really don't like Louisa. It's fine. Hate me.
Sick Callie on her.
She's at least a compelling character. This girl is just batshit crazy. I'm like, I don't care.
She's crazy.
I'll give you honest. She is batshit crazy. Well, at least she got a good one on the knee today.
Oh, what does that mean?
That's true, I suppose.
Listen, all the woman needs is obviously no drinking, no drugs, but with antidepressants and a therapist, and she would be a
and a life coach and Dr. Phil and Oprah.
But
and
she means well, guys.
No,
she just
she
needs
doesn't.
some help.
No, I think she means well too. I think Rose just effed her up. And you know what? We talk about this on which of one of my shows? On my Bad Girls Club show, because there's one girl, Kat, she's a lesbian, and she's very intense, and we always make this joke about how, you know how lesbians, they U-Haul? How they just fall in love so quickly and everything just gets so intense. And I think that Louisa has one of those characteristics that's just very not
crazy,
flattering, and
unstable.
She's crazy.
Cray.
Yeah, but I agree with Sam. I think she means well. Like, I love her and I want her to stay, just get it together, Louisa.
I want her to not want to make out with the kidnapper's wife. Like, really? You could be...
No, she didn't know what she was saying. She said, I'll make love with your wife. I'll make love with your wife. No, I think she thought, I don't know.
That is
I
like
don't know what she thought she was saying.
Like, you're gonna make out with the...
No, I don't think she said
was
that
trying to
knowing.
get out. She was trying to say whatever she could to get out. So I was like, well, she's a lesbian, so she's
So that's
like,
the only thing she knows how to say.
I don't want to make out with you. I just want to make out with your wife. I don't. That's how I took it.
I thought that because she's a lesbian that she learned that from before, and that's why she knows it.
Oh.
Well, someone just said that we know Louisa is being used as a pawn for something.
Definitely.
Now, which is true.
Probably to get... I don't know.
Well, somebody. But too bad Louisa is what is the saying? The wolf who cried
Michael's-
sheep. I mean, the boy
the
cried
boy who cried wolf.
Which is such a shame, because I was thinking about past episodes when they were worried about her. You know, Raphael was, where's my sister? What's going on? And he had said before, oh, she's probably doing this again. But think about how many times before the show started, we didn't see that she disappeared and she was just doing something crazy.
Exactly. And this time she was genuinely kidnapped. And it's just such a bummer.
My question is, though, when she was trying to get out, when you saw her undoing the things on her ankles, she's wearing like 6-inch heels. Wouldn't you take them off if you were trying to get out?
Yeah, I thought her escape could have been better.
It could have been a little, like, she's like trying to walk out of there in 6-inch heels.
I don't think she really
Screw
wanted...
my shoes.
Just in case Rose was out there.
That's what I think.
true.
I think she really didn't want to get away. She wanted Rose to find her, and she has this I'm the damsel in distress energy where it's like, she's gonna come and rescue me, and
What
stop.
a weirdo. Yeah.
I'm bored.
But
They can keep her.
here is the interesting thing, is that Louisa did have a good point in that the kidnappers at first were not hurting her.
Yes.
So now they are. Okay, it's not Rose, but it might be someone else that has an interest in keeping her in a good place. Because otherwise, why wouldn't they, just like totally beat her up when she tried to escape?
Right.
Or what if maybe the message is to Rose and that Louisa was the only thing that Rose kind of cared about?
Yeah, that could be
Because later when we see Michael or whoever it was that called the vineyard in Switzerland, they hated her. So Rose is hated all over the world. She's a piece of crap.
Oh yeah, the German guy.
And what did he
I mean, I
say?
feel
There
like
was
it could be
something
a lot
we
of-
had to know. I wrote it down.
Oh yeah,
Something
the name
von-
Heidi von Ocher.
Yeah,
Yes.
Heidi von Oker.
I feel like that's a key right
Heidi
there.
von Oker.
Well, I think that's her name, or maybe a name that's connected with
Yeah,
her.
someone that's connected. Yeah.
Yeah. But, because once there's someone, we just think this is the world. Like, these are the bad guys, these are good guys. I mean, Sin Rostro has hurt and done things to so many people
over
that
the
it could be
world.
infinite seasons
That's
of
true.
people having revenge on her and her loved ones.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Does she have loved ones?
I guess we'll find out, because all we left with on that was her just being hurt and the message being sent, and her trying to take a cute picture. Idiot.
Yeah.
Right?
Any lip
She's like, do you
gloss?
have any lip gloss? Yes, I
Stop
do in
it.
my back pocket. Let me get it for you.
Idiots. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
let's move on.
Speaking of someone else that we don't like, except for Amanda,
I can't believe you like her.
I don't
Jane,
like her.
Petra, and Raph. That's like there's like three trios here. Jane, Petra, and Raph. Raph,
Petra
and
and
Michael.
Raph.
But we'll save the best one for last. Yes, Petra, you're a psycho. I'm very mad at you. I wish I could say to take option 1, but I can't either. And that's all I have to say.
That was
So
rude.
yeah, okay. Option 1, they meet with Petra. because Raph ends up telling Jane. Jane is upset, and Petra meets up with him. She's like, either one, we get an abortion. 2, I meet someone, marry them, and we'll be off to Russia, and he'll think that that's his baby. Or 3, I stay in Miami, and we co-parent.
I say option 2.
Right, get out of there. But I say what I said with my predictions. Of course, she was going to feel... And Petra used it. She's like, oh, Mateo's brother or sister.
Mm-hmm. So smart of her to do that.
Of course.
Well, here's the thing, and this is probably really mean, but I don't care because I don't like Petra.
Get it.
What if she doesn't actually have the baby? That's probably mean, huh?
Wait, you mean to have the abortion?
No. Like, remember when she was pregnant before and she had a miscarriage?
That's what I'm hoping for, but I know that's mean.
Really mean.
I know, but for the sake of the show and our happiness, I want to go.
For the sake of the family of
right,
Jane
I want that to happen
Raph
too because
Mateo.
That just sucks. And you know what? Well, never mind. I'm going to save that comment for later also.
Okay.
But, I don't know. I don't know what Petra's trying to do, and it's just so silly. And
we know what she's trying to do.
Yeah,
she's trying to
why
give
do you
back.
still think that you have a... I mean, maybe if you were married to someone for so long that something would spark up again, but after he told you I was playing you because I was trying to get you out of my life, that's not clear enough.
I think that might have turned her on because she's a player too. She knows how to manipulate. She's
she
probably
does.
like, I taught you how to do that.
Yes.
Good job.
And that whole scene when she was talking about how it was going to be the brother, it was like a business deal. She had them in her office. She was standing up. It was like she was having a business transaction, and that's where I kind of felt bad for her. I know you guys are going to kick me out.
Why I feel bad for her?
Because in a way, like, you could tell how lonely she is and how much she's, like, dying for attention and how she's doing this and she's manipulating this because she obviously has her own insecurities and she is now going to have this baby that it's going to be, like, a whole messed up situation.
Yeah, so why would she want a child to be raised by an insecure, crazy woman? And even when she touched her stomach, it was like, that. Like, it wasn't even, like, there was no affection in it. It was like, she was...
Funny observation.
The baby's a pawn. That's all.
It was like it was an object. Like she was patting her girdle or her Spanx that she was wearing, so she could still look great.
I don't really disagree with you guys when you say, maybe she loses it again. And people are asking, do we know how she lost the first baby exactly, or was just kind of like it was there and it was gone? I don't remember.
I don't think they really
What
said.
if we find out later that she got rid of it herself because she didn't want to have it secretly?
Yeah.
Who knows? Whatever, freaking turkey baster. Get out of here with that.
Oh, that flashback. Well, not the flashback. The fantasy. The
Thanksgiving dinner.
With Thanksgiving dinner, which also is just like an indication this isn't going to work out. None of this is going to work out. But when she brought her turkey baster.
I used my own.
That's pretty hilarious.
Disgusting.
It is.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny? The part where the baby nibbles on Mateo and he's like, oh, just a little nibble like the mother-in-law. I'm like, no, it wouldn't
Not
work.
the
You
mother-in-law.
could see those little arguments all the time, them favoring one after the other. And
That's so true, especially if the second one is a girl.
And then Raph trying to be the good. It makes me so mad,
so
and nothing
terrible.
has happened yet.
But it would just be like any other family Thanksgiving. There's always issues.
That's true.
Everybody's family's crazy.
But this is a really dysfunctional, psychotic, crazy, murderous, homicidal. This is just so many.
Yeah, because that's the worst part.
There's dysfunction, but then there's like, I'm gonna kill you dysfunction.
Yeah. Well, because how does Mateo's half brother will probably hate his real grandmother unless the grandmother's super sweet to the baby and you can't help that. But what do you say? Well, actually, when at one time I tried to kill your brother's grandma.
Right, pretty much.
I pushed her down the stairs.
I pushed her down the stairs.
And your mom tried to ruin this, and they did this, and they did that. It's like, you're a moron. You're stupid. I don't know why you're going to bring them in.
Well, it's going to hopefully not, but possibly be like a Cain and Abel situation.
You know what happened in that story?
Did not end well.
Oh, what and what?
The Cain and Abel story in the Bible.
From the Bible.
Not
and then
good.
Lost replay. A lot of TV shows kind of take that.
They sure do.
Yeah, take that archetype of Cain and Abel with two brothers or even siblings and just kind of recreate that. So I don't know if I really want them to go there, but they could.
Right?
They can with this story. They can go anywhere.
Yeah, they really could.
They really can.
Oh man! So then that leaves us to our favorite three, but are also tragic and wonderful three: Jane, Raph, and Michael. I have been hearing it from all over, everywhere. People are really Team Michael. In fact, our YouTube viewers and commenters
they're
have been
mad.
repping
They're
Michael
like, what?
so much. And I get it, I understand, but I just want to remind everyone, I don't think we were all Team Michael in the beginning. I think I was the only one that was Team Michael.
You were Team Michael in the beginning.
And everyone was Team Raph. And then now, where it's right in the world, everybody wants to switch up again. It just sucks because we see Jane vulnerable again and not having to do with the baby because of her getting accepted to grad school. So it has to do with something involving life. Michael decides to take the advice that Rogellio gives him, the macho plan, and writes his emotions down in this diary that he refuses to call a diary, but it's a diary. And yeah, I mean, we see that, and then this is the problem. We get to see Michael being so great, but Rafael is going through so much right now. I feel like no one's taking account of that. His crazy ex-wife just inseminated herself. He's a baby daddy again with someone he doesn't want to be. He ruined things from the beginning because he thought he was making a good decision, but he was going through his own issues of abandonment. So that's why he wanted to leave Jane before he was left, and so on and so forth. And it just sucks.
That's a good breakdown, Steph.
But you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But I feel like it's a combination of you reap what you sow. If you look at kind of like his family history of his parents, his dad was like kind of a criminal. Fair. No, it's not fair. But I feel like it's
did I look sad right
now? Like, that's not fair. It's not fair,
not fair. Sam and I have been crying today because of Jane the Virgin.
Don't cry, Sam.
I'm just happy to know that she does cry during the show. Good, me too.
Oh, you cry too?
Yeah, I do. Jane really pulls it out of me.
Yeah, she's such a great actress.
I love her so much, honestly. Like, I want her to be my friend.
Yeah, no, me and Amanda had a whole conversation about her
Gina
when we were walking out. Like, she's so good.
Yeah. And Andrea's nice too.
We should.
Yeah,
Gina,
we're working on
right?
Gina.
Everyone tweet her and let her know. I know she knows about it because they're the most incredible staff, and it all depends on her scheduling and if she's allowed to come on the show.
Yeah. She's
we'll
incredible.
See.
She's probably shooting right now.
My coworker actually got a part on the show. And
that's amazing.
We'll see him. It is the Thanksgiving episode, I believe. We'll see him later. He is a Target manager. And I'm like,
I love it. Her favorite store.
Gina. I'm like, oh my god. Actually, I should have sent it. Yeah, so that's really funny because he sent me a picture, but I was trying to tell him, like, okay, so when you meet her, mention AFTERBUZZ.
Can you mention AFTERBUZZ?
Mention AFTERBUZZ, and
gotta be on our show.
Yeah.
He should be on our show too.
No, Rogellio should be on our show too. I didn't tell you I did interviews for Rosewood, and I ran into Rogellio on set.
What?
And he took pictures with me. I was like, he's so sweet.
Oh,
I know, your face there. I know, I have to post it. I'm such a late person with my post.
Is he as much of a character in real life? Or is he completely
Oh, wow. Yeah, no, he was himself. Like, he was really cool. Oh, that's your roommate. That's so sweet. Oh, no, your coworker.
That's my coworker.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's pretty cool.
So we'll see.
Someone just said that, which I agree with. I love Michael, but I think there's going to be another love interest for him, which I think is true. Like, they're making us love Michael, and he's going to stick around. But, you know, it can't be a threesome forever.
It can't. And it was crazy because even though there's frustration between her and Raph, that kiss at the end
was
you know, because I feel like she wouldn't have let that happen with Michael. Or why wouldn't it have? I think that, you know, okay, I think it's backwards. I think what Michael said to Jane about you are in love with the idea of family, I'm like, no, I think she's in love with the idea of you and how perfect you are and how respectful you are and how Michael makes nothing else matter. Raph is the problem, regardless of the fact that he's the father of the baby. He's the issue with his families and this and that and whatever. But her heart is there, you know?
Yeah.
There's no way that just because she got pregnant and her hormones, they made her leave Michael.
But also having someone else's child and having semi feelings for them before, you know, it's like, oh, that guy in high school.
The crush.
Yeah, and no matter how amazing Michael is, he's never going to be Mateo's father.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
But
he's a godfather now, so it's like...
But godfather and father are two different things.
No, I know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Jane is so in control with Michael's relationship. I feel like she wears the pants in that relationship.
Yep, she
Whereas
does.
with Raph, it's I feel like he wears the pants in that relationship.
I agree. That's the
difference.
That's a good point.
Like Michael, like the whole thing, it was that where today he was trying to be macho, and he wasn't, when she said like, oh, like, it's gonna be really hard, I'm trying to go back to grad school and I don't know what to do. And he was just kind of like, okay, sorry, I'm sure you'll figure it out. And you could tell she was like, excuse me? You're supposed to help me. You're supposed to tell me what to do. Because that's what she leans on. She's like in control of what, I don't know. She's in control.
She is, and she even had the face of like, oh really? Like, because she knows him better, so it's not even like, oh, that sucks. And had she been put in the position where she was like, that sucks, and it makes me do want him more, then maybe. But even then, she was like, yeah, right. That's not how you act.
Yeah.
And she also told him that she loves that about him, but that's why I can see it still just being a really good relationship.
Friendship. Yeah.
But it's just sad. Agree. I get it, everyone. Trust me. I was there from the beginning of how sad that was. But
and being best friends does not complete a relationship. Although it's a big part of it. There has to be that other element.
The chemistry.
Not X factor, but like that something. Chemistry.
There is chemistry. Yeah. I don't think that there's a lack of chemistry, but it's just that Rolf is the baby's father and he's insanely hot and she's had a crush on him since high school. So
I mean, there could be like like a love connection there with her and Rolf though too. Something that does beat Michael, I don't know.
I think it's postpartum depression and the fact that the baby was kidnapped. No, postpartum depression.
No, I know. It's just such a big thing.
She's in love with Mateo.
No, but I'm saying depression in the sense that...
Like, just on her own?
Just like it's her and the baby, and I think the baby being kidnapped really kind of made her like...
I think she's comforted at having them both at arm's length.
Yeah. I think because she's really focused.
Needs them both there.
I think she definitely needs both of them, but I also think that she feels guilty because her intuition didn't kick in when the nurse came in and asked about. So I think she's kicking herself, and she's like, I just need to focus on Mateo and not even think about relationships, because this is probably why I ended up not realizing that the nurse was a fake.
Well, Lil Brianna XO1 just said something very, very smart. I think with Michael, he represents her comfort zone, like when she wanted to be a teacher. With Rolf, she makes more risks, like being a writer, which is her passion.
Ah, that's a good point.
What was her name? Brianna?
So it's like kind of a young Jane, an older Jane, her growing up, and Rolf is her future. Maybe Michael's her past. But I just love him.
I think so too. But this is the problem, because there's the saying, comfort is stronger than love, but then there's also the saying, sometimes love isn't enough. So what category does she fall under?
Both men brings out different sides of her.
They do,
But when are they going to say, okay, I know it sounds terrible, but when are they going to say, you're having your cake and eating it too? When are you going to decide?
Yeah, no, because that's exactly what she's doing.
And actually, I do think Michael should have another love interest, and it could be the other godparent.
That's what I thought too.
I was thinking that too.
But Lena was dating Michael's brother, Bill.
Oh, she sure was.
I mean,
that doesn't matter.
Yeah, not in a telenovela.
Not in a telenovela. That doesn't matter.
I mean, maybe.
And I love that actress.
I think that you know what? Lena's too. I mean, we love Lena, but she's too floozy in comparison to Jane.
That's true.
If Michael's gonna fall for anyone, it would need to be someone who is about just as strong as Jane is. Maybe not so much, so that he could have a little bit more of the power. But someone just as good. And I think that what's gonna happen is that Jane's gonna be put in this position where she actually can see him with someone else. Whereas I feel like if Raph tried to be with someone else, I don't think she could accept that.
Yeah, I agree.
Maybe, what if it comes down to something like that? Like, right? I'm sure everyone can see Michael with someone else, but could you see Raph be in love with anyone else?
No.
He can at this point.
I don't think he can either.
Maybe Michael will get a new partner.
I figured it out. I'm just kidding.
At work. God, not Nadine.
They put him with a partner and he has to do all the investigating with her.
That's possible.
And they fall in love.
No. All right, well, let's go into predictions.
Let's do it.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV predictions.
Go ahead.
I love how you look at me. You're like, I don't know. This is not a prediction. This is just a hope, and I wish. I really hope that Petra will choose option number 2.
She's like, yo, Petra, go to Russia. Nobody wants to see us anymore.
No one wants to see you. And I think that Rogellio already said this, that I think he's not going to be forthcoming with Xiomara and tell her the whole truth. He's going to give her a partial truth, but he should learn by now that you got to tell her the whole truth. Because half a truth is like a lie.
Yeah.
It's a lie. So those are my 2 predictions.
Girls?
Let's see. A few people commented here that I didn't know this. At the end of the season, it's rumored that Jane will get married.
Team Roth!
So
I don't think so. I do not think so. But maybe.
Yes, because then she could have sex. Yeah.
I mean, she just needs to. Seriously, this girl has a lot of stress that she really needs to get out of her system.
Yes, really, she does.
I'm saying by Christmas, Jane's gonna lose it.
Her virginity.
Yes.
No!
It'll be a Christmas miracle.
Yeah, I really.
That'll be great. I think she should. It's about time.
Yeah.
You had a baby go through your hoo-ha. It is time.
That's the thing, though. I was thinking about this. I mean, I've never had a baby, but maybe the last thing on your mind after you have a baby is having sex.
I guess.
I mean,
I don't know. I've never had a baby.
By Christmas, everything should be great.
But yeah, we'll see Jane in grad school, which I'm super excited about.
Oh, we didn't
Me
even talk
too.
about that. Yeah, that's exciting.
And just the back and forth will continue. I am thinking Michael will somehow get a new love interest, but I don't know. This show throws so many curveballs, so we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that she was in grad school as well, and I'm so glad that she made that decision because I think it's really important for her. Yes, it's going to be a juggling act. Yes, it's going to be hard, but if anyone can do it, she can. I love that she's going for her dreams. Petra, I don't hope that she goes away. I mean, I don't like her. I don't like her. I just think she's an interesting
won't, but she's a great character. She is.
Exactly.
She is. You're right.
So I hope she sticks around. I hope that she just keeps causing drama. And I hope that Jane is able to figure out that Raphael's it. And Michael gets a new love interest.
Oh, no. I think Jane will not lose her virginity until season 3. And
season 3? She needs to get some.
No, because grad school is going to be in the middle of it, and she doesn't want sex to complicate things, and she needs to concentrate.
She'll be married.
She'll be a good girl.
She could have sex all day.
No. I know. Right?
I don't think she's gonna get married. I don't know why.
I think she's gonna get married and have sex, and it's gonna be amazing.
I mean, I'm sure it'll be amazing, but
it's gonna help with her grades in grad school.
I just don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know. It just sucks. She won't get close to Raph because the second that Michael sees the picture and he does something, it's gonna mess things up. So we're not even gonna be close to her choosing one or the other. And I think that we're gonna see an issue with Rogellio and Xiomara. And then Louisa's just going to do something. No, I think Louisa's going to figure something out while she's there. Hopefully to help us out.
Hopefully, to do something interesting.
Yeah. But that's all I have.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
So much.
All right.
Next week.
Just make sure to let us know what you all think, everyone. We love you guys so much.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you all so much for doing the live chat. I'm going to be doing this every week, so please keep on commenting. And even throughout the week, keep on commenting and tweeting at us.
And no more, we get it, guys. Team Michael, just stop that. Just kidding. Where can they find you?
Other opinion. So I'm Amanda Richards. Find me at AmandaFTA31 on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
And you guys can find me, Sam Davidson, online at samdavidsonentertainment.com and on Twitter and Instagram at samd43.
And I'm Madison Chase, and you can find me on Twitter at Madison Chase Fit, Instagram Madison Chase Fit, and YouTube One Mad Chase.
Yes, and I am Stephanie Giorgi. You can find me on Twitter at Stephanie Giorgi, on Instagram at @TheStephanieGiorgi. And for Amanda, Samantha, Madison, and myself, this is the Jane the Virgin After Show. See ya. Bye.
Executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.